Well, our house had been on the market for over a year and a half. We took it off the market, and as we got closer and closer to going back to the market, I began to think, I've been with this one broker for a year and a half. The property hasn't sold. If we want to get it sold, let's take a look at someone else. So I interviewed Jordan wanted to see if he could really do what he says he's going to do, because he made a lot of promises. So I finally said, well, I'm going to give him a shot. And we took off from there. I put in a contract, if you don't sell this house in 90 days, I'm going to look at it again. The house sold in 38 days. I was impressed by his marketing because I had seen the marketing from other people. And the detail that he had in his book, if you will, was much more, it was just richer. And you could easily understand it. I've actually had probably 8 houses so far. And I can say that the experience I had with Jordan was the best of all of them, from the beginning to the end. Everything that he said he would do, he did, and more. If there was any change, he would let me know. He would tell me why. And I never felt that somehow something wasn't going the way it should. He was just on top of the detail, right up until the very end, until I received the check. So out of the 3 times that the house was being staged, the last time by Jan was the absolute best. Jan never asked us, well, how would you like to see your house, or what do you imagine? What she says, I got to give you a staging that sells this house. And so this is the feel that I want. This is the feel we're going to help create. And when we showed up and looked at it, we says, this is absolutely fabulous. And it sold, so proof of the fact that it was fabulous. The things that we noticed about the staging that I think made the difference was the accessorizing. Just the little touches here and there to give accent, make them focal points, bring them out, and it had something in it for everybody. When the house was previously on the market, one of the issues that I had with the realtor was that the entire house wasn't being sold. We had a casita right up front, and I thought that that would be an important room for anybody that wanted to own the house. Jordan and Jan latched right onto that, and they staged that area, and they saved that as a kind of a memory piece for those who had been inside the house and seen it, and just on their way out, he would say to them, and there's one other special thing I think you ought to take a look at. Step in here for a moment. And he offered that to me. I remember I was golfing. I looked at my phone, it was ringing, it was Jordan. Jordan usually calls me 2 or 3 times a week to update me on just about everything I needed to know. So I answered, and he says, we got an offer. So I said, well, do you think that's going to be the final offer, or do we get a chance to ask him for something more? And he said, well, yeah, we'll wait till it's written up, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll see, and maybe we can go back and get more for it. Well, lo and behold, we did counter. We got over $50,000 more for it. So now we're in a new house, which we expect to be in for a while. But if we ever need a realtor, or if anyone ever comes to me and says, do you know of a realtor in the area that you think would be helpful? Jordan and Jan will be at top of mind, and I would highly recommend them.